Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, city leaders announced the expansion of a project that will bring more than 5 million gallons of fresh water to Torrance.
Then a luxurious car dealership is ready for business. We'll take you to the boulevard.
Plus, is your car ready for El Nino? We'll have tips on how you can prepare.
And students from a local high school host an event to help keep our environment green. We'll take you there.
These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. The official filing period for city elections is now open. Prospective candidates can submit their names for a seat on the Torrance City Council. There are 3 council seats up for a vote in the June 7th municipal elections. Torrance City Councilman Gene Barnett will term out, while Councilman Jeff Rizzo and Mike Griffiths will have to run again if they want to keep their seats. Prospective candidates may get a nominating petition from the city clerk at any time during the filing period, which requires between 20 to 30 signatures by Torrance voters. Along with the petition, a 200-word ballot statement may also be submitted to the clerk's office. According to the city clerk's office, meetings with potential nominees are already in the works. The city council has 6 seats with staggered terms, which are 2 4-year terms. The filing period ends on March 16th. In 2014, out of more than 83,000 registered voters in the city of Torrance, only 14,116 actually voted. To register or to vote or to learn more about the upcoming elections, go to torrancevotes.org.
All U.S. flags across the nation are flying at half-staff. President Barack Obama released a proclamation ordering flags to be flown at half-staff in honor of Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia, who recently passed away. Flags will remain like this until sunset on the day of Scalia's burial on February 27th. Scalia was an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court since 1986, when he was appointed by President Ronald Reagan. President Obama is said to nominate a replacement in the coming month. Scalia's funeral will be held at the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception, the largest Roman Catholic church in North America. Authorities have confirmed Scalia died of natural causes. He was 79 years old.
The city of Torrance is expanding their groundwater desalter facility that would increase water supply. City leaders and representatives from the Water Replenishment District of Southern California came together to announce the expansion and upgrade of the Robert W. Goldsworthy Groundwater Desalter Project. It will increase capacity of the existing facility and construct 2 new saline plume groundwater extraction wells that will provide extra water supply. Located on Madrona Avenue in Torrance, the project will increase productivity by 5 million gallons per day compared to the current treatment of 2.5 million gallons. The new potable water will also help alleviate drought impacts. This desalter will remedy a saline plume that contaminated the Silverado aquifer underlying the city of Torrance decades ago.
I've seen surveys in the county of Los Angeles, and we are one of the lowest cost water in the whole county of Los Angeles. Even our neighboring cities sometimes pay 50%, 75% more than we do for our water.
The goal of the desalter is to remove salt from a mixture of river and seawater bodies to create fresh, potable water. This process helps local public agencies meet long-term water supply needs, protect water quality, and restore environmental conditions. The project reduces the city of Torrance's reliance on imported water by creating a new local water source in Southern California. WRD manages 2 of the most utilized urban groundwater basins in the nation.
ExxonMobil Refinery in Torrance is on the road to recovery. PBF Energy, one of the largest independent petroleum refiners, announced that ExxonMobil Refinery in Torrance will begin activities that will fully repair its broken gasoline producing unit called the fluid catalytic cracking unit, which is said to have caused the February explosion last year. Now in September, PBF acquired the refinery for nearly $537 million. The restart will help the refinery complete its acquisition of the nearly 149,000 barrels per day facility by the second quarter of this year. Exxon expects the restart to take place for 35 days, including a 15-day period when Exxon is required to prove the unit is fully operational. Most recently, the U.S. Chemical Safety and Hazard Board claimed that a series of problems, including leaks of steam, led to the February blast. The work will begin on March 15th. The aftermath of the explosion has led to unstable gas prices affecting the West Coast gasoline markets.
A group of West High School students hosted an event to help erase our carbon footprint. Torrance CitiCABLE reporter Avisha Scarborough was there and has the story.
Students from the West High School Environmental Club were up bright and early for their annual electronic waste recycling event that encourages residents to drop off everything from Christmas lights to old TVs.
I think it's very important that students specifically are involved with this because we're kind of the future of society, and we need to make a difference.
People drove up one by one, dropping off their old junk to get recycled and save it from ending up in a landfill.
We're going to run out of room for all the junk that's not being recycled properly. We've got enough bad things, emitting into the environment.
Nancy Oslands, a 40-year Torrance resident, had some concerns about dropping off her old computer.
We have very personal information on them, and in the paper I saw, it said for $10 you clear the information.
Yeah, it's one of the options.
E-Waste Center, who partnered with West High, is in charge of the actual recycling and assured her they would erase the information and dismantle and dispose of each computer part carefully.
We divert them to people who usually buy the parts and they reuse them again.
Many of us don't realize that our home can contain hazardous products. For example, this Duracell battery over time can open up and leak corrosive acids. Another common product is this fluorescent light bulb, which contains mercury. That's why it's important to dispose of these in a safe and proper manner, and events like this help that happen.
You can help clean out your things and help the environment, and not just put it in your trash cans. Let's do it right. I want to try harder.
And Nancy says it's the young people who are inspiring her to try harder because she wants to help preserve the earth for future generations. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Thanks, Avisha. In case you missed this event, you still have the chance to recycle your old electronics. E-Waste has a drop-off center in the City of Commerce. For more information, you can go to ewastecenter.com.
And Google is launching a new service offered exclusively in Los Angeles and San Francisco. Google Express will begin delivering fresh groceries only in the 2 U.S. cities. The service offers same-day delivery of fruit, vegetables, meat, and even frozen foods within a 2-hour window. So far, Google is calling this a trial to test out the process. In Los Angeles, the perishable products will come from merchants such as Costco, Smart & Final, and Vicente Foods. Google Express already delivers non-perishable goods. Deliveries start at $2.99 for members and $4.99 for non-members.
We've been following the amazing journey of one teen burn victim who is undergoing special treatments at Torrance Memorial Medical Center. Along the way, Jaspers Journey has been making time for many firsts. Jaspers Journey was all smiles as he went into the deep ocean water for the first time ever in Hermosa Beach. It took Journey some time to slowly get closer into the deep end with some encouragement. He even took a little fall thanks to a big wave. What an amazing moment. We will continue to follow Jaspers' recovery.
Torrance Memorial's Director of Pharmacy receives an esteemed award recently. Stephen Thompson was named the 2015 Pharmacist of the Year by the South Bay Long Beach Society of Health System Pharmacists. This honor recognizes his significant and continuous contributions to the pharmacy industry. For many years, Thompson has been actively involved at the local and state level. He has promoted pharmacies by having local senators and assembly members tour Torrance Memorial Medical Center's pharmacy to better understand the clinical and safety features provided there. Thompson received the award in Long Beach. Well, still ahead, a Los Angeles County leader gives his final address to the South Bay business community before leaving office.
Plus, Honda spreads love across Torrance on Valentine's Day.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too. We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
After nearly 2 decades in office, 4th District Los Angeles County Board Supervisor Don Kenobis made one of his last speeches at the annual Lunch with Our Leader event. Torrance CitiCABLE reporter Hiba Samad was there.
Hello, Torrance!
It was a bittersweet moment for Supervisor Don Kenobis as he took to the podium to address local business leaders for the last time.
You know, there's a lot of great memories, and working with the folks over here in the South Bay.
Elected in 1996 for the 4th District seat, this will be Kenobis' last year in office. Kenobis has paved the way to making a difference in Los Angeles County. He spearheaded programs such as Safe Surrender, which allows mothers to leave their unwanted newborns with authorities without any questions asked within 72 hours of birth.
I adore these families and I adore these kids, but I'm also so proud of the 142 women who had the guts and courage to do the right thing.
Kenobis also talked about his mission to combat child sex trafficking and says there is still a lot to be done.
It would be easy for me just to walk away and say, care, but I have a lot invested in this.
He cares about every city, every community within the county, and he knows details about everybody. It's just amazing. He has a tremendous memory of details and people, and we're going to lose that.
Torrance Mayor Patrick Fury says Kenobis has helped bring change to Torrance as well.
Parks and Recreation has been his biggest. When we came up with the idea of having the soccer fields over there, that was part owned by the county, part owned by the state court system, and he took the ball and ran with it, immediately said, yeah, not a problem, you can have those fields.
And for colleagues like Sherry Kramer, who was named Woman of the Year, says he's been a great friend to many.
I think it'll be hard because it'll probably be beginning of saying goodbye.
And one of the main topics Kenobis brought to light is the most recent homeless initiative that 88 cities in Los Angeles County will take part in.
It's just not a matter of warehousing or putting somebody in a bed or giving them a bowl of soup. It's a continuum of care, the wraparound services.
Under his leadership, more than 7,000 veterans were placed in homes over the past year and a half, but Kenobis says there are 4,000 more that are still homeless.
And the most important thing that we've learned is collaboration. Working with all parties. 10 years ago, there were many cities. There were many cities that say, we don't have homelessness in our city. You do have homelessness.
And as Kenobis says farewell, he is thankful for the opportunity to have served the South Bay community.
It's been an honor to work with all of you over the years, from fighting to save the Air Force Base, to supporting small business. You've been incredible partners and supporters of me and my family and my office. I am forever grateful.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Hiba Samad.
Thanks, Hiba. About 230 business leaders gathered at Don Kenobis' farewell address.
Well, months after the opening of the newly remodeled Del Amo Fashion Center, a prestigious car dealership opened its doors just down the road on the boulevard. Reporter Tao Ta takes us there.
You now have the chance to pick up an Italian sporty high-end car at Torrance's new Maserati dealership.
2, 3. To the Resnack family, welcome to the Torrance family, and welcome to what you are doing to the landscape of the boulevard. It has really made a big difference already.
The Resnack brand started just 50 years ago and now has 16 Southern California locations.
Every single thing in the facility is brand new. We have state-of-the-art technologies everywhere from the sales department all the way through the service and parts department.
The new dealership has a 30,000 square foot Maserati showroom, making it twice the size of the Resnack Maserati showroom in Pasadena. It has an impressive 4.3 acre site with drought-tolerant landscaping and LED exterior lighting, and also includes a car wash facility with water-saving deionization technology. And it even has a fitting room for clients to custom configure their vehicle.
While, yes, there are many hot sports cars that we think of as being very expensive, there are also some very affordable, wonderful, hot Maseratis as well. So I think that it runs the gamut for the people that are in the city and surrounding cities.
And with Maserati being one of the fastest growing auto brands, the Resnick family says there is a niche in the South Bay community that could make the dealership one of the largest in the country.
Sometimes I have to pinch myself, but that's what the reality is. So I know we'll be very successful, and the residents will love us.
The boulevard is really turning into a showplace of the South Bay, and bringing Maserati onto the boulevard is just making it that much grander. It's a showplace vehicle in a showplace boulevard in a showplace city.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Tao Tao.
Thanks, Tao. The Torrance Maserati dealership is located on 22715 Hawthorne Boulevard near 227th Street.
An independent senior living provider in Torrance showed off its newest renovations. Brookdale South Bay Senior Living has officially opened their doors to its updated facility. Residents relaxed and mingled at the most recent grand opening event. Local and state dignitaries were present. The renovations took about 4 months to be completed. Everything on the first floor was upgraded, including the entranceway, living spaces, and the dining room. Brookdale officials say the project was a way for the location to grow and keep up with other senior living facilities in the area.
It's exciting to hear all our residents appreciating everything. They love every common area, all the new things that are coming on board. It will be very exciting to see new residents.
Brookdale is the only independent senior living community in Torrance. They have the capacity to house about 134 seniors. They offer many services such as dementia care, skilled nursing, home health, and even hospice services. Brookdale is located at 5481 West Torrance Boulevard.
Many in Torrance felt extra special this Valentine's Day thanks to Honda's Cupids.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, how sweet. Thank you very much.
Nearly 4,000 roses with secret messages were passed out all over Southern California. The helpful Honda guys in blue spread the love by surprising locals with these complimentary roses and brought smiles to many faces. In Torrance, the helpers made stops at Brookdale Senior Living and Wilson Park, giving many children and mothers red roses too. This is one of the many ways the SoCal Honda dealers continue their commitment to being helpful in unexpected and meaningful ways. Helpful Honda guys say they wanted to make sure no one goes unnoticed on this special day.
We've gone out of our way today to let them know that they're in our hearts as much as they are in their loved ones. I mean, we're giving them a little bit of a boost and giving their loved ones a little bit of a boost, and it gets everybody smiling, and I think that's what this whole day is about.
In March, Honda helpers will begin hosting pet adoptions with local shelters, and the helpful tanker truck will soon be out providing free gas to the community.
It may seem like El Nino has come and gone, but forecasters expect the rain to return in late February and early March. We continue our El Nino preparation coverage with what you need to know to stay safe on the road during a storm. Here's Laura Fong.
It's about 85% of the cars on the road right now today driving around have one or more needed maintenance or repair items on them that have not been done.
That means most of us need to hit the brakes and take a close look at our cars. Dave Skane, the program manager for AAA's approved auto repair program, shows us how we can get our cars ready for the expected rainy weather.
Tires that are below 6/32 of an inch of tread depth will not move a lot of water out of the way and will therefore be more prone to hydroplaning when the ground gets wet.
To measure your tread, all you need is a tread depth gauge. Press the plunger into the tread and do this across the tire to see if it's wearing evenly and with all 4 tires.
The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to check the pressure. And I bought a simple little pressure gauge. This little pressure gauge is also readily available at your local auto parts store. As you can see, you have 34 pounds of pressure in your tire.
All right, and what's a good amount to have in there?
Well, that's going to vary a little bit by vehicle manufacturer and what tire you have on your car.
Skane says for older cars, the recommended inflation from the car manufacturer might not apply anymore since tires are made differently now, so you might have to refer to the tire maker.
The next thing we want to do is make sure that all of your lights are functioning okay.
Ask a friend or neighbor to help look at the lights, like the brake lights that you have to be using to see. If everything is shining bright, then make sure you can also see clearly.
You're going to want to look at the wiping of the wipers and make sure that both wipers are completely cleaning the window without leaving any water behind. If you see any water left behind, that's a good indication it's time to change the blades.
And while replacing wiper blades can be easy, they aren't all made the same. So look at the directions for what kind of wipers you have, then pop the old ones off and the new ones on.
That was so quick and easy. Thank you.
Next, make sure the windshield washer fluid is full because a dirty windshield is a safety hazard no matter the season. And use actual washer fluid because it's made to clean the windshield and it shouldn't freeze.
When you're behind the wheel, you want to make sure to keep your eyes on the road to look out for any potholes, debris, or broken down cars. And of course, you want to slow down to prepare for any sudden stops. The last heavy rainy season we had was back in 2011, and the CHP says more than 8,600 people were killed in crashes involving rain, snow, or fog.
That's why it's important to make sure your car is ready for anything Mother Nature has to offer. Well, most of these things you can do at home. If you need any help, just go to a local trusted mechanic. And if you can stay off the road when the weather is bad, Skane suggests you should.
And you need to let the conditions dictate your actions. If you're in rain and you see water and you can't tell how deep it is, you need to be very careful before you drive across it. It doesn't take a whole lot of water to create issues for your car and for you to lose control of your car. So when in doubt, don't.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Laura Fong.
Thanks, Laura. To get your car checked, you can go to AAA or go to the city's website for a list of other helpful tips.
A popular arts and crafts store is pulling replica plants off their shelves. Michael's stores nationwide are recalling these artificial poinsettias due to a risk of mold exposure. The Ashland poinsettia stems and bushes are said to be affected and can potentially carry mold on them. Officials say it could cause a risk of respiratory infections to customers who have weak immune systems, damaged lungs, or an allergy to mold. This is the SKU numbers to the recalled products. The stem number is 426830 and the bush number is 424066. Now, consumers can return them to the closest Michael's store for a full refund. The poinsettias recalled were sold in stores from October 2015 through November 2015. If you have questions, you can give Michael's customer service a call at 800-642-4235.
A local executive from Torrance takes a trip up north to talk business to graduate students. Lyndon Faulkner, the CEO of Pelican Products based in Torrance, visited the Stanford Business School recently. Faulkner shared his success story with students and participated in a business review exercise at the Graduate School of Business. It involved students reviewing and carefully looking at the Pelican company that covered business growth, diversification, and future plans. After studying the case, students were able to meet with Faulkner, who then shared his company's strategy for future growth and product innovation. Since Faulkner joined Pelican in 2006, the company has seen a sales increase of 400%. Pelican Products is a global leader in the design and manufacturing of protective case solutions and advanced portable lighting systems. Faulkner has more than 30 years of experience in business.
And another Torrance business is leaving its mark across the country. Breville and Polyscience announced the release of its latest high-tech model, the Control Freak, which is the world's first controlled induction cooking system. This is said to accurately measure, set, and hold every cooking temperature up to 484 degrees Fahrenheit. It offers chefs and food service industry professionals exceptional temperature control. The sensor features a temperature probe with a pot clip that communicates and controls the precise temperature of water and fat-based liquids such as chocolate. The system has options to keep your pot or pan warm at a certain temperature and holding a temperature indefinitely for 72 hours with a timer. It can even record recipe temperature programs for future use and has a custom USB stick that comes with it. Now get this, Ben. The system's retail value is nearly $2,000 and has a 2-year product warranty. You think that would come with a lifetime warranty. The system will go on sale next month.
Well, still ahead, we've got a special in-studio guest who's looking for a forever home.
We'll have that and much more still ahead.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a special guest in studio, Marty Petrie from Kenmore Rescue, and she has a 4-year-old teacup chihuahua. His name is Pepe Le Pew, who's looking for a loving home. Marty, welcome to the show, and tell us about Pepe Le Pew.
Thanks for having us. Pepe is 6 pounds. He is neutered, microchipped, and up to date with all of his shots. Pepe is a nice little companion who would make a lovable addition to anyone's home. He's not yappy, but he will let you know when the FedEx guy or the mailman's at the door.
What's his backstory?
He was found stray in South Los Angeles, and his time was up at the local shelters, and we rescued him, and he is now in foster care.
And now, Marty, if our viewers are interested in adopting this 4-year-old Chihuahua mix, they can call 323-660-3214, or you can call us here at CitiCABLE, and we'll be sure to get you in touch with Kenmore Rescue. Now, if people don't want to adopt maybe a Chihuahua mix, you do have a number of other breeds that might be a better match for them.
Yes, Jen, we specialize in small breed dogs, 25 pounds or less, and usually our average dog is about 8 pounds to 12 pounds. We encourage people to look on our website. We're always getting new little orphans, and we're always recruiting foster parents. So please, if you have a little spare room and a big room in your heart to help save a life, please help us out.
And you know, he's been with us this morning. He just seems so loving.
He is very, very sweet, and he's very grateful.
And he's a little sleepy,
How
too.
can you know to this face?
Are we boring you?
I don't know how you could not want to adopt that face.
Right?
Maybe we can turn him around to have, yeah, there we go.
He'd be perfect to take anywhere, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And he gives kisses, too. Oh, he's sleepy.
Marty, thank you again for bringing the little fella by. Well, before we go, we have a few events coming up that you won't want to miss. It's your chance to have your art shine. El Camino College's Onizuka Space Science Day Art Contest is accepting applicants. Students in 5th through 12th grades are encouraged to apply with a piece of work that is inspired by the theme, How Can Space Travel Make Our Lives Better? You can submit a digital photo or scan as an attachment to spaceday@elcamino.edu. The winning student will be invited to bring 3 guests to the Onizuka Space Science Day dinner with NASA astronaut Captain Sunita Williams on March 4th. And here's a special event. Laugh Zone is calling all high school and young adults with special needs for a night of fun with the Bishop Montgomery High Improv Team. It will take place on February 26th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. The event is free at the ICANN Abilities Network at 2510 Pacific Coast Highway. And on February 27th, El Camino College Symphony Orchestra will perform a spring concert featuring soloists from the Applied Music program. It will start at 8 p.m. at Marcy Auditorium, located at 16007 Crenshaw Boulevard. Tickets for the performance are $10 each, and you can purchase them online at centerforthearts.org. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McKay. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m.
And I'm Jin Chun. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.